Okay. No, I said I was gonna do rap, but I realized that takes way too long. I'm not about to stress myself out and write lyrics and do a comedy skit. I'm an editor, not a songwriter. I'm not. But I won't take up most of your time. We gonna do this right. We gonna do this right, people. And I mean right. You understand me? Right. So, enjoy the vid.
I must die for my gang. I be in the head and leave. I know she a dime, but I'm still gonna hit and leave. I know she be missing me. Off a pill for the kill, yeah, I'm off for Central B. Don't mess with my shotty gun. I should stick to my bro, he be shotting guns. Yeah, give me a blade when I'm airing one. And I might take your bait, I do what I want. I be on go. Pain on my body, got shooters in Tokyo, shots turn you to a goal. Keep the Uzi like I'm Uzumaki, I got 9 tails, no toll. I let this 9 turn you into toast. Fake call me Hokage, cause I got the host. Yeah.
Shot across for the dish shoot. When my moves in, it's a good vision. Boy, I'm a kid in this mental life for my alchemist. It's chop on a pro. Oh, oops. I was singing the song. But yeah, that was the intro. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, question 1. How bad was the Battle of Gettysburg? Well, from a soldier experience, and which I'm not a soldier, but from a soldier experience, he said that there was a bunch of bodies and a bunch of blood everywhere and a bunch of dead bodies everywhere, if you get the better picture. And it ended up, in the tally mark counts, ended up being 51,000 killed, which means besides World War I and besides World War II, this was known as the deadliest battle in history. Well, one of the deadliest battles in history. We can't forget the other 2 wars. Sorry. Anywho, now, when the North won the war, they said, okay, no more slaves. Now, if you were, and if I remember this correctly, if you were, I think, born either in Tennessee or Kentucky, they still had slaves, but they didn't want, from the North, they didn't want. Now, when it came to Kentucky and Tennessee, they wanted no smoke because they were right there. They were like cut from right there. They were basically on their inline, and they basically told them, hey, cuz, we not trying to get in this, you know what I'm saying? They will smoke us in approximately of 3 days if we try to fight them with you. You are on your own. Matter of fact, here you go, sir. Go right along ahead. We don't want no beef. So basically, they got down to the South. They started, fighting. If you played a nuck, if you buck, why nuck, if you buck. And basically I'm going to just say this, the South Side lost a lot more people than the North Side. Despite the South Side knowing the land better and how it worked, and basically they could have hidden trees or something and shot arrows at them, but nah. North ended up winning due to the technology they had, due to the weaponry they had, and due to the battle tactics they had. Actually, the one who led the Union was our 18th president. What was his name? Ulysses S. Grant? I butchered his name. I should never speak of his name again. Anywho, he led the war. We won the war. The South still were bitter. So down in the South, they created these little segregation laws or black code, and they was like, oh, well, just because the North won the war, we gotta treat you like equals. Doesn't mean we're gonna treat you like equals. So we're gonna create a law down here to make sure you can't get the stuff we have. We're gonna create the segregation laws or the black code laws. And if you want to know what those two, well, everybody knows what segregation is. Now, everybody wants to know, what is the black code laws? You want to know what that is, bud? Well, too bad. No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you I'm not that petty. I'm not that evil. It's just a good way to stay in shape. Anywho, the black code laws were legalized marriage, ownership, property, limited access to the courts, but denied them rights to testify against whites or to serve in juries or in state militaries. Basically, this was like a pro-segregation law. Segregation, they allowed them to do stuff still without that type of large holdback on them versus the black codes where they couldn't even vote against this and that. Actually, they couldn't. Actually, there was a woman who a long time ago tried to run for presidency in the state, or in that state, to become one of the owners, and it didn't go so well for her. Basically, they voted. She actually almost won, but she ended up losing in the end. Anywho, so from here and there, the battle got hectic. There's actually different letters from different soldiers to saying how bad it was or what they experienced down there. And there were some historical figures who actually played a good role in this. Abe Lincoln came down and gave a little speech about it. And I just gotta say, like, yeesh, I didn't think it was that hectic. I don't want to ever go to war. I ain't gonna hold you. I will say the soldiers did their best. Some didn't make it home. Some did. Some suffered PTSD, dementia, a lot of mental illness. Actually, there was a lady who discovered, like, hey, something wrong with them. You can't just send them home and say, nothing's wrong with them. Yeah, there's a lady out there who, I think I forgot her name. Terrible by me. But she allowed women to help out the men during the war as medical experts, so that way you can't just send them home and saying they're fine with a slap on the wrist saying, here you go, you got a medal, you're fine, go now. Yeah. Can't do that shit no more. Don't do it. I just realized I said something that I wasn't supposed to say, but it's okay. Now, another question is, okay, well, if the battle was bad, what led up to it? Yeah, so, what led up to it? Yeah, Abe Lincoln said, okay, you know what? Abe Lincoln basically said, okay, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm sick and tired of y'all doing this to, y'all call them slaves, but they're clearly humans, just because they're different skin color from us, and you think it's okay to whack them with stuff? You think it's okay to whack them with it? What if I take that whip and whack you with it? Now, fun fact about Abe Lincoln, though, that man is very physically strong. Very physically strong. That man was a bodybuilder. I'm talking, homie could probably pick you up and slam you through a table. Yep, I'm going off topic again. But I'm sorry, I just have to let y'all know. It's no wonder dude had to shoot him. Like, dude was strong, alright? Now, so, you may think, okay, well, if this is a media call to war, why did the South get so bitter from it? Why did they say, no, you can't do that, these are ours, we stole them, but now here's the one thing you need to know. They heavily relied on slaves, because, come on dog, they knew they couldn't do that all that work themselves. You know how much time does it take to plant stuff, crop stuff, and then sell the stuff? Yeah, it takes a very long time. It's like a wine process, you know what I'm saying? And for picking cotton, you know how cotton's made with clothing and comes clothing. Yeah, that would have took them a while just to make one piece of clothing, you know? So they heavily relied on the slaves. They like, pick this cotton or I'm whip you. You don't do it, you ain't whip or hang, you know? And Abe Lincoln was like, yeah, nah, we're not doing that, bro. You're done. You're done. So he told him, okay, well, free the slaves, you know what I'm saying? South got bitter, so they tried to pull away from the U.S. land. And turns out they like, no. North was like, no, we're one united nation. You're going to listen to the president. And if you don't, we're going to spank you. And the South was like, oh, really now? Well, we're big and bad. We can do it. So they tried to pull it away from the USA, tried to make themselves their own colonization. And when Abe Lincoln found out, he was like, okay, well, you know, try to talk to them first, you know. Let's have a nice little appreciation. Unfortunately, Abe Lincoln, you know, didn't get to see that because John Witherspoon, you know, shot him. And John Witherspoon did he escaped far because they found men, spent the block on him and shot him right inside of a barn. Anywho.